This is the map that I created for my Game Design 2 class for the game Quake. This is a deathmatch level map, which is called Passageways. My original idea for the map was to create it would take place in a castle dungeon, specifically in some of its secret passageways and rooms. Because of that, I wanted to include a lot of hallways in my map. This is one of the areas where the player would spawn in. There's 8 different spawns located throughout the different areas of the map. These current yellow columns are a part of what would be the columns that are later added into the game. These are currently placeholders as what the player would use as a shield to hide themselves from other players who are shooting at them, and they could shoot back. They will be in the future turned into pillars to match the aesthetic of the map. But right now, these are just current placeholders for players to use and to duck behind and to signify where these obstacles and cover areas would be added. This is one of the larger rooms in the map. There is one small room which the players we just spawned in, and this is the longer rectangular room. Here the player has a couple of things to use, large block areas to use as obstacles. These will later be added into crates that will be taking up space in the map. There are 2 health packs right here that the player can pick up. And this is a hallway going into one of the main rooms. There are 2 slanted hallways that are really short, and these are the hallways that would not include the pillars for the player to use to block because they're shorter passageways that the player has to go through and don't require much cover. But there will be cover near the entrances that the players can use. Now, currently, this part of the map, this is the main room, which is circular, and it's where the players will be pushed to meet. And it's where, as you can see, there is a rocket launcher here. There are different types of armor, and there is health. So this is the area where players will want to go to get weapons to be able to do better in the game. Currently, there's no staircase up to reach the ledge above, but that will be added in a future update. This ledge adds verticality to the map and also is an area where players can currently spawn in. Players can either shoot players from above, down below, or they can avoid the fight or just jump down and get the armor while other players are occupied. Now, because of this advantage from the verticality, there are blocks placed here to shield the player from above. These will also be turned into crates in future updates, but this is just to add more cover to this area of the map. I do want to make this part of the map a bit smaller and actually decrease the size of the entire map. The circular room will be smaller, and so will the hallways and the larger rooms. A staircase will also be added, possibly 1 or 2 different entrances, so players have different ways to get up. Currently, the only way to get up there, I don't know if I can do this correctly, is, but there is actually a way to get up there using the rocket launcher. It's actually a lot easier to do when playing with a group of people. Previous playtesting has shown that when players are using the rocket launchers in a group, it's possible to launch yourself up there. But currently, the only way up there is to spawn up there. Other than decreasing the size of the map, I do plan to add more details to the map. This is currently the Greybox, so a lot of it hasn't been added. But I do want to add arches to the entranceways to make it look nicer. And also to add some cover so you don't completely see into like the next area. The pillars will stick out a little bit more so you do not see the player standing on the other edge of the hallway. Some more cover will be added, a lot more spawn points for armor weapons and ammo because that is currently lacking. Other than that, I do plan to add more details and objects to make the rooms stand out from each other. I was thinking currently of turning one room into a library sort of room, so players can easily be able to determine their location on the map. But so this is it for the current level of the Greybox.